5:30 PM. Kathy, can you give me a roll call, please?
Councilman Campbell.
Here.
Councilwoman Broussard.
Here.
Councilman Broussard.
Here.
Councilman Plaisance.
Here.
Councilman Hardy.
Here.
Mayor Hill Quorum.
Having a quorum present, I'll ask everyone to stand for the prayer and the pledge. I'll ask Councilwoman Terry Broussard to lead us in the prayer.
Okay, we'll do our Father in unison, please. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Thank you. And I'll ask newly appointed Chief Doris Longlenay to lead us in the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we start, I'll go through housekeeping notes. We ask all presentations to be limited to 7 minutes. We don't have any today, so that shouldn't be a problem. Anyone with public comment, please come to the front and state your name for the record. Limit your comment to 3 minutes. We are required on the live stream. The camera is in the front. It will pan to you, but we do ask that you state your name for the record while standing up front so Kathy can put it into the minutes. Council, your mics are hot. That allows anyone in the lobby to be able to hear. I'd like to remind you of that. I ask that you keep it down in the back or in the audience because the microphone does pick up every little thing. And it is hard for the audio for people watching online. So we do ask that you keep order in the back of the room. And I think that's it. After your item is presented, you're allowed to leave quietly. Just do so in any way not to disturb the meeting. You can leave out this side door, but it will lock behind you. Or you can come out the front. As we said, just leave quietly. You're also welcome to stay for the whole meeting if you choose to. That being said, we'll move forward with public comments. Any public comments on any agenda item prior to moving forward? Hearing none, moving on. Personnel, item number 1, to ratify the mayor's appointment of Chief Doris Longlenay Jr. as temporary fire chief.
Move.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Questions or comments?
Roll call, please.
Okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Before that, Chief Doris, would you like to say anything? I didn't prepare him for this, so.
I certainly appreciate this consideration during this time. I look forward to the opportunity. Long history with the department. It's been much of my adult life has been with the Abbeville Fire Department, and I certainly look to continue my career here. And the opportunity as fire chief would be a great achievement.
Well respected in the department. In fact, all the firefighters that I interviewed and discussed with all said that he would make a great chief. So thank you for taking on the job. We appreciate it. And council, thank you for offering the motion to ratify. Any additional questions or comments for Chief Doris?
I'd like to commend the mayor for appointing Doris. Sarah appointment, I thought she did a good job.
Thank you.
That being said, roll call vote. Starting with District 8, Councilman Tony Hardy.
Yes.
Councilman Plaisance.
Yes.
Councilman Broussard.
Yes.
Councilwoman Broussard.
Yes.
Councilman Campbell.
Yes.
Unanimous. Congratulations. The next item of business is to. Sorry, I'm usually rolling through business so fast and I don't take time to appreciate those moments. So, item number 2, to set the base pay for temporary fire chief to $81,112 before state supplemental, which is 2% below the base pay of the previous fire chief.
Move. Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions or comments?
Mr. Longlenay, are you gonna accept that pick?
Okay, that's it? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, to approve the recommendation to appoint police department personnel. Chief Mike Hardy, you have the floor.
Yes, Mayor and Council, I have Mr. Johnny LeBlanc here. He is interested in being an Abbeville police officer. He's 55 years old. He's from Abbeville area.
And he's not currently post certified, correct, Chief?
No, he's not.
Okay, Mr. LeBlanc, welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Chief, do you have any questions? Mr. LeBlanc's right here.
I move.
I read.
Question.
Okay,
Do you have any kind of experience with, security, anything like that? Mike?
Absolutely. Yes, the last, 12 to 15 years, I worked in healthcare. As a plant operations director, safety officer, as well as over security for Iberia Medical Center and Opelousas General.
When we interviewed before, we asked this question, I want to ask it to you. Would you have a problem using your firearm if you had to?
No, sir.
Good question.
any other questions or comments? Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, welcome aboard. Item number 4, go ahead, sorry. Item number 4, to approve the recommendation to appoint fire department personnel, Chief Doris Longley Jr.
The fire department has one applicant, Mr. Matthew Morbaugh from the Long community. Currently has all the certifications to be ready to start the job once hired and passes all his medical evaluations.
Yes,
I
fire.
move to hire Mr. Benoit Morvant.
Second.
Motion and a second. You have firefighter 1, 2, and hazmat already, right? Firefighter 1, 2, and hazmat, correct? Congratulations. Thank you for wanting to be part of the team. We wish you luck on all the, physical and Come up here, switch seconds. Morvan, will you come up here to the front? please? I'm sorry.
On page 2
Sorry.
on page 2 of your application, I noticed question number 1 was not answered. I don't want to read it out. Was that a reason? Do you remember? why?
No, I do not. I might have missed it.
Okay. Would you like me to read it?
No, this is not supposed to be a full interview. Why don't you let him look at it?
All right.
That's Pamela.
Well,
Oh, yes.
Okay. The answer is?
Yes,
answer
yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
What was the answer? You omitted
You
it?
said yes?
Yes.
The answer to the question is yes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We have a motion and do we have a second? Okay. So, council, do you still want to, well, we're going to still take a vote. And if you want to table this and have that under review from the chief, that is an option, but I'm going to go ahead and take a vote on the motion on the table. Right? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I oppose as it is now.
Okay,
I move that we
Okay.
make another motion to table it until we get clarification on his answer.
can he do that after we took a vote or?
Should have made that motion prior to. Before the vote. Prior to the vote.
Okay,
Made
let's
vote.
do the roll call vote on the first motion because we had some fors and against. So let's do that so we know how many fors and how many against. The first motion, which is to hire, and ratify the hiring and move. I'm gonna do a roll call vote starting with seat 8. Mr. Hardy, no. Mr. Plazoff.
No.
Mr. Broussard, you
Yes.
offer the motion. Councilwoman Broussard?
No.
Okay,
No,
okay, so that motion fails. Now, Councilman, would you like to make a separate motion?
I would like to have this matter tabled until we can get a clarification on his answer, question number 1 on page 2.
I think it's not tabling it. I think it's just asking the chief to further pursue it and bring it back for consideration after.
Well, same difference though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All right. I don't know that we need a motion and a second, but a motion and a second to have the chief further pursue and question the applicant and then bring back a recommendation based on those answers. And I'm going to go ahead and do a roll call vote for that also. Chief Hardy, would you like to offer a yay or a nay for that?
Chief.
Which chief?
Sorry, Mr. Hardy. Councilman.
Yay.
All right, Councilman Plazoff.
Yes.
Yes. Councilman Broussard.
Yes.
Councilwoman Broussard.
Yes.
Councilman Campbell.
Yes.
Okay, so motion carried. Chief, please, do some additional interviews. Maybe you could bring him in. We can have some discussions and we can prepare if we want to bring it back for the next council meeting for hiring. Okay? Everybody good with that? Good. Okay, all right. Moving on. Approval of minutes. Item number 1, to approve the minutes from December 2nd, 2025, regular city council meeting.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. New business, item number 1, to ratify payment of the invoice from Glenn Leger Construction LLC in the amount of $11,296.03 for the emergency sewer line repair on Concord Street.
Move.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, discussion and possible action to reduce the speed limit on Harvest Lane from 25 miles per hour to 15 miles per hour. Councilman Plaisance.
Okay, I had a request from the association head over there on that street. Those of you who know what Harvest Lane, the houses are real close together, and there's children in there. So they've asked that we reduce it from 25 to 15. And I think Chris has 15s that we took down from Rodeo Road, so it shouldn't be a problem, right, Chris?
Councilman, that's if they're still there. I mean, if we didn't put them out somewhere else, they're still there.
Vote on it, you can get.
And did you speak with Chief Hardy about this? Chief, you support this?
I support it.
And there's Harvest,
As long as the neighborhood does, but I think it's a good idea for that.
there's Harvest Lane, there's Harvest Court, and there's Harvest Circle, right? Doesn't it go around? It's not all Harvest Lane. Is your proposal for the entire street or just that one?
Harvest neighborhood, yeah.
Three signs.
So amend the motion. Well, I'm gonna ask Kathy to enter it for Harvest Circle, Harvest Lane, and Harvest Court. I believe are the street names. We'll verify that. Okay?
Yeah.
So there's the motion. And did we have a second? Okay, a motion and a second. Questions or comments? Well, I think I know what Chris is gonna say. But
Yeah, I mean, if we wanna prove that they are speeding, I got in a Vision camera that I can run a study on as soon as we can get it set up. It's something that's new in the city. We're just trying to get it all downloaded.
Can we document the number of cars, the speed, who was speeding, what speed, the type of cars? We can set the parameters on different.
Yeah, so that's something I could offer to y'all.
I don't know if it's necessary.
Well-
The head of the association requested it, and I went and helped the neighbors in there, and they agreed, so it's up to you.
Oh, we see
No,
all
that's,
the
that's,
time,
that's,
yeah.
it's up to y'all. I just offered
Signs
it, you know.
don't stop speeding, enforcement does. You know, that if we haven't done a speed enforcement, you know, we can put the signs, but enforcement's what's gonna make them stop speeding. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 3, to approve payment for estimate for partial payment number 2 in the amount of $194,628.51 payable to Glenn Leger Construction LLC relative to the Abbeville Chris Cresta Memorial Airport Construct Hangar Development Area Project.
I move.
Second.
Motion and second, Todd.
This is a progress payment for work completed through the end of November. There were some initial issues with the utility relocation, but that's all been resolved and they're working on the base. They've got a stone base for the parking area. So they're about 30% complete on the project and should be moving forward with the asphalt in the near future.
The 2 big water outages, that's the utility issue, right?
Correct.
They've passed that and we've inspected it. The work is gonna hold now and there are not gonna be any additional issues. There should not be additional issues with the water in that area.
That should not be. The contractor repaired the issues that were broken.
I was out there for that second one. That pipe was correct that they put in there this time?
This time, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Amazon was upset.
It was a bad situation.
Yeah, we were all upset. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, Councilwoman, did I hear you go to ask a question? No? Okay.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, to adopt a resolution setting the holiday schedule for the year 2026. The original resolution adopted at 12/16/2025 meeting inadvertently left off the New Year's Eve, 12/31/2026.
Second.
So motion and a second. Questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, to authorize the mayor to execute amendment number 1 to the engineering agreement with Sellers and Associates for downtown street improvements project to increase the upset limits for hourly service, reflect the actual service required for surveying, increase to 21,000, and resident project representative increase to 29,500. The total increase is 50,500. Todd, you have the floor.
This is a reconciliation of the charges on the downtown street improvements project. Just to go back in time, we signed our contract for this project in September of 2023. At that time, the initial plan based on constraints from the funding agencies. So the initial plan considered was just to build and overlay the streets downtown. When we prepared that contract, our estimate for construction was just over $1 million at $1.1 million. As we progressed in the design phase, it was decided to add the bulb outs, the brick paver, crosswalk in the center of Concord and State Street, and several other additional features were added to the project. After it was bid, again during construction, we had 7 change orders. There was a considerable amount of work that was added to the contract, which ended up extending the duration of the contract, particularly compared to what it was when we prepared our engineering contract.
And those changes were the sidewalk addition around the courthouse, and the police jury came to us and asked for us to do. That was a big change order that added a lot of time to the work. We originally had not planned to do the sidewalks all the way around the courthouse, but we did. There was an issue with a driveway at La Palmera, which is a business that was causing their cars to hit. So we approved that change order.
We also did a lot of utility improvements,
A lot of
drainage
water.
repair.
Yeah, there was a lot of stormwater and sewer lines that were crushed that we found as we went through the project. So we never amended the contract for engineering when we approved all those change orders.
Correct.
Or we're gonna do that, but.
And we talked about it as early as November of 2024, and we knew we had some budget issues, but we just made the city aware of it. And at this time, I'd like to request that we incorporate those changes to allow us to bill for the work that we actually performed on.
Motion, questions and comments.
Moving forward, I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead, please.
moving forward though,
We've made an agreement that from now on, when he presents change orders, any change orders to engineering will be presented at that time on all major projects. And any projects that are big projects with grant funds, we're gonna hire a separate grant administrator to have a checks and balances between the two.
okay.
Great job, and certainly working closely as you did with Glenn Leger Construction. You can't argue about the end result.
Yeah, I think it was a good project. We were glad to be on the team. I think the city was very cooperative and the contractor was cooperative, and I think the end result was a very successful project.
And businesses don't flood anymore whenever it rains downtown.
Hopefully that stays that way.
Any other questions or comments for Todd?
Where is that money coming from there?
The road fund and utility fund, some of it will probably be paid from utilities, huh? We hadn't really talked about that.
This is the money from the state, Mayor.
No, this is gonna be local funds. This is local funds. We expended all the money from the state. Well, we do have $3 million from the state sitting in the road fund, so we have a flush road fund, but, so I can't say that it's gonna be local money versus state money. It's coming from the road fund. So we have about $3.1 million in that account right now.
I assume we're gonna do other streets too, by the way.
Yep, we are actually working with Sellers and Associates. We pulled the list of streets that were named in the road transfer, the local streets. We pulled the priority street in each district. And he is gonna work on a scope of work and present it back to us so we can try to bid it out and go to work to improve the first set of streets with that money, which is what that money is dedicated to. So every district will get an improvement.
That's
In the
music to
first
my,
full
music to my ears.
There you go.
Bring it on.
We'll bring that to y'all when we have a full plan in
We
place.
can put all that in District D now.
I told him one in each district, so, you know.
Todd, it was a pleasure to work with your whole
I
team,
did one too.
with Andy,
North
who
Lawn,
has moved on,
North Lawn.
but it did make it go well and to specifications.
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you, Todd.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Todd, you can stay up there. We're gonna do number 16, to authorize the mayor to execute amendment number 1 to the engineering agreement with Sellers and Associates for Graceland Avenue Street and Sidewalk Improvement Project to increase offset limits for hourly service to reflect actual service required survey increase of $2,500 and resident project representative increase of $33,100. The total increase is $5,600.
I move.
Second.
Motion, a second. This one, Todd, I think is also utility, stormwater repairs, sewer repairs, and that bulkhead we had to build, right, on,
We had some issues with the storm drainage that required additional surveying, and then we added the work next to that abandoned business. We redid the sidewalks and the pavement there, and then extended the sidewalk on the north side as well.
the sidewalk was supposed to stop by the, I think originally the sidewalk was gonna stop by the drain, the catch basin on the east side of the park, and then we extended it all the way to Lyman, just to go ahead and finish it. So that's where that additional cost overrun comes.
And there was 170 days added to the contract by change order, so that just extended the duration and required more inspection.
Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Did pretty good up there, Todd. You got a little money.
Thank you.
Old business. I will say, he does give it back to the city. They have been a good community sponsor of different events. So thank you for that also. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Old business, item number 1, none. Departmental reports and updates. Engineers, Todd, you have anything else?
Just an update on the clearance program. One of the contractors has completed his work. I think that's phase 2. And we'll be preparing the closeout documents for your next meeting. The other contractor has 3 structures remaining. I think he's got some equipment problems, so he's not working this week, but he's expected to be back here next week.
I see Chris Gotro's got his hand up in the back.
He must be the one that had, put dirt on his box, right?
That's correct. The other guy has.
The other guy did a real good job.
I need to pass it. Yeah, I probably passed by 3 times and didn't notice it's going. Okay. Any questions for Todd on that? None? Okay, moving on. Kim? Nothing? Okay. Attorney, Bart?
I just want to take the opportunity, being it's an election year, to remind the council, the mayor, anybody running for office, as well as Chief Harding, Chief Longley, to remind you employees of the rules regarding campaigning on public property. I'd be happy to share any of the statutes with y'all if y'all need, but just want to make sure everybody remembers there's a bunch of do's and don'ts during an election year. You can visit the Office of the State Examiner's website or the State Civil Service website. They have a bunch of information on campaigning and politicking on public ground. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out.
And for those that are not aware, that are planning to run or are running, all of our city employees are civil service employees, and so they are not allowed to be involved in politics. And that's that's one thing that the attorney is referring to. It's a violation of both ethics and state law.
I don't think anybody that's not civil service, but is working for the city should not get involved either. I mean, that would be out of respect, right?
No,
It's not against
Working
the
for the
law,
city,
but yeah.
If you're working for the city and you're not civil service,
Yeah.
civil service should restrict you. You're not restricted if you work for the city, you're not civil service. But I think as a matter of respect to those running, we shouldn't get involved.
Well, really and truthfully, we shouldn't be putting employees in any type of political business. Councilman?
Amen.
Councilwoman? You said something?
No, I did.
Okay. I keep hearing stuff. I guess it's maybe somebody in the audience I think is you. No. Okay, anything else? Okay, and that's it, Bart?
That's it.
Okay. Public Works, Chris.
I just have, three things. I worked with one of the chief's officers, the last couple of days on the budget end. Two guys, decided they were gonna make a homestead. They had the screw gun, they had the head for the screws, they undid the boards, they started living there. I think they were there for about a week. Cause, once or twice a week, we passed by there, but with the holidays, you know, we didn't pass, we were off. So, we finally got them out of there and we reboarded.
Chief, the last time when we went in and boarded up, your officers were supposed to cite the property owner with criminal blighting of property. I don't know if y'all ever did that. This should be second offense.
This right here, you have to actually be able to find the person.
He's working at the hotel at the Econo Lodge or whatever on the corner of Lyman, and it's the same owner, Lyman and Veterans Memorial. You can track the owner of the budget into that hotel. We called him, he said, don't call back. We told your officers to go serve him with a citation for criminal blighting. If they didn't do that, this should be the second offense for criminal blighting of property to that property owner for failing to maintain their property and allowing it to get into a criminal state, correct, Bart?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. We recovered a generator, a wheelbarrow full of wood, and some other stuff that was on the outside. So it's all back to normal now. I started on the playground, the rubber mulch on the playgrounds. We did some at one at McKinley, and we did 3 of the smaller ones at Gotchaw. And we're gonna go to Williams Park next and back to Gotchaw for the big one.
You put the glue,
Paul sprayed the glue.
you put barricades around it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We locked McKinley Scott Park. We flagged it. I did pass by Gotchaw at noon. It was full of kids in the park, and you know, kids are kids, right? So I had to roll my window down, and when they saw me roll my window down, they got out of it, you know.
For those of you who don't know.
But it's flagged off. I don't know what else to do.
We're using a rubberized mulch and we use a glue inside the mulch and you need to let it set. And that's gonna hold the mulch so the kids can't throw it and it creates a spongy bottom. So
Right.
we're trying this, but that's why we had to close off those areas as they apply it until it sets.
And then you let it set for 24 hours and you reapply another layer of glue, and it has to dry for 24 more hours. Okay?
Thank you.
That's the process. What we did is we leveled everything. We put a black mat down, landscape mat down, so that the grass wouldn't grow through it. And then we started with our mulch. So.
Great job. That'll be good for kids in
Sure.
spring.
Sure. So.
Now you can't do it, you're welcome. You can't do it, when the temperature gets below a certain, I don't know. So
50, I think it's 55 or
So
56
you might see
degrees on the glue.
have to pause for a little bit if it smell that gets.
And you can't have no rain for 24 hours, so.
I have to do.
Well, I want the cold weather.
Sir?
I have to do the throwing.
They won't be out playing, it was cold.
The rubber mulch.
Temperature and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moisture and all that.
just for the application.
So it should be nice when we finish. We're trying to reuse all the black borders that were around it. We're trying to reuse them all. So far so good. So,
Excellent.
okay.
Thank you.
And we saved the 2 big ones for last, the big one at Gotchaw and the big one at Williams. That way we make sure we have enough mulch to get it done.
Okay, question on that subject. Is that also gonna be used at the dig outs under,
Actually, the one you're talking about, I put sand in it today.
okay, good.
Under the handicap, the last remaining handicap swing, yes, some of the sand we took out, we reused it there.
That's great. Thank you.
So, it's kind of hard to stop, as they swing, it drags the ground and that kind of stuff, so.
Right.
All we can do is keep filling it up with sand, you know. If you put dirt, if you can let it get hard, it's probably better, but if it rains, the kids can't swing.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then I'll put out the signs tomorrow or the next day, depends on the playground equipment. Yeah, for the poles are already there, I just need to switch out the signs.
3 of them.
Right, so there's 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Coming in and middle going out.
yes, sir, I'll take care of it. I just need to locate the signs, they're somewhere. I don't throw much away, so they're somewhere. Any questions? That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Byron?
Byron Dozier, Parks and Recs Coordinator. We're in full swing of basketball right now. With the holidays, it was a little tough patching the schedule together. Make sure everybody see their family, friends, kind of take away from sports area, but we made it happen. Hope everybody had a great holiday season. I missed y'all the last meeting. Glad to be back. But we completed 3 weeks of basketball so far. We have 2 more weeks left of regular season. Then we'll have the end of the season league tournament, which will start approximately January 21st through that weekend. Once that's done, then we'll have all-star season. And that's pretty much where we at. Baseball registrations online, put it up January 1st. And there's already 25 people signed up. 15 signed up the first day within 2 hours that I put it up. But we're blasting it on social media. I sent out emails of everybody in our program to make sure everybody's aware. Baseball registrations up. The other thing is, by next week, our current local high school teams that'll be participating at Como Park, they're gonna be in full swing of practice. Abbeville High girls softball has already started. Vermilion Catholic baseball started. And I talked with the Abbeville High baseball coach this morning. He's gonna wait and start next week. Any questions?
Great job, Byron. Kristen, great for the children of Abbeville. Thank you both for doing that.
Mayor, I'd like to talk about this a little bit. Back in the previous term, we invested, I think it was $3 million. Councilman Broussard can verify that, but I think our note is $30,000 a month.
Correct.
That's what we're paying, and I appreciate everything, but we still hope we can focus in on trying to get more revenue. And I'm an committee chairman, so I'm looking at that right now. The money's coming in and money's going out as far as the parks are concerned. We had hopes for big things with the AstroTurf, and so we took that step. But I'm real concerned about we're looking at our budget in the 26. That $30,000 note is a liability for us. So I hope, and we're putting a lot of pressure on you. I know, Byron, by saying this, but with baseball coming up and all, I'm assuming you're going to be able to bring a considerable amount of revenue in. I appreciate everything you've done so far, but that's something that we as a council need to look at and be reminded of. I mean, that's something the mayor can't do anything about. It's a note that's due every month.
Well, we will never net $30,000 a month with those baseball fields. But if we want to increase revenue, the first place we should start is by, one, holding the hotels that operate within our city accountable for being hotels and not apartment complexes. So we have rooms that these families can stay in, so we can keep revenue here in the city as opposed to them staying in Lafayette, New Iberia. And we need to make sure that the hotels are safe enough that people want to stay in. That's step one. Step two is to try to attract some additional hotels that operate as hotels so we can keep the families here, stay in our city and eat and drink at night in our hotels. But until we have the hotel facilities to accommodate these big tournaments that QSA is bringing in, we're missing out on the biggest revenue stream we can bring in for the city. And that's where I would say for this council to focus on is holding the hotel owners responsible for what they're supposed to be operating as, and then look at attracting additional hotels to this area. And that should be something that we should be working with the Tourist Commission on. To my looking at it from both, I've worked in tourism as well as in the travel industry. I think the biggest return we can see on investment would be if we could attract hotels and keep hotel revenue and tax revenue from hotels here in Abbeville, because then people will fill up in the gas stations and eat in the restaurants. So I think that we put the cart before the horse. We now have thousands of people coming in the summertime to play in these tournaments, but they drive into New Iberia and Lafayette to spend the night. So that's the next step of it, right?
Well, I sure agree with you, Mayor, because the hunters coming in, I visited with some the other day in my district, and I said, where did y'all stay last night? Lafayette. I said, why didn't you stay here, right next to the airport? So our reputation with the guns, it's not your fault, Chief, but that doesn't help any. I agree with the mayor totally. We got to try to.
You have a pretty good relationship with the hotel owners, don't you?
Yeah.
You could talk to them about cleaning up their hotels and operating them as hotels as opposed to apartments, that would probably help us a lot. Get on board with that and let them see the potential for overnight stays. Nothing.
They're all hotels. so-
Yeah, so maybe you can visit with them on that.
I will.
a
We
need
do
for
that.
it.
Yes, absolutely.
Any other
So
questions?
in addition to that, there's competition all around Acadiana now. Everybody's
Yes.
turfing their fields,
A lot
and
of,
it's a competition to get those teams to play here. I think Byron and Christian are doing a great job with what they're doing, but we're not gonna get all of the tournaments.
no, and Jeremy, Pecord, who runs the travel ball for QSA, has good working relationships with the other park directors. So, you know, when they attract a tournament, we're not getting all the play in Abbeville. We're getting a small portion of the teams in Abbeville, and they're also playing in Youngsville, and they're playing in Crowley. So a lot of it has to do with partnering with the surrounding parks. You know, New Iberia used to not have turf fields, and now they have turf fields. Crowley has them, you know, everyone around us has them now. So it's a large part of it is having those working relationships with the other park directors and getting on the circuit. Am I right? If I'm wrong, correct me, but getting on the circuit with the other parks so that you can, they might come to Youngsville or to Broussard because their park's so fancy, but we might get some of the spillover play into Abbeville, and that's, you know, that's why we want to keep them here when they get here. Show off when they're here, so.
And it's also difficult to compete with, travel ball.
Yes.
Hard to compete
Yes.
with that. And that's a big, big thing. Baseball, basketball.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
travel ball.
the rise of travel ball has netted a decline in recreational ball, right?
That's exactly right.
You see that everywhere. That's not just in Abbeville. It's
Absolutely,
every single municipality is fighting the same issue. People are playing travel ball, they're not playing rec ball anymore.
That's
So
right.
It's a big fight, I guess.
The visiting teams have figured out there's only one Dupuis,
It's Chuck's.
One
They spend a lot of
Chuck's,
time at Chuck's.
one Riverfront, one Tito's. So our restaurants, you can go there and not recognize a single person in there. And that's something that people enjoy traveling to Abbeville for, in addition to those tournaments.
Yeah, but we don't need them to stay.
Gotta get them to sleep here. What they eat.
That's what I said, stay.
If they sleep, they
I
definitely
eat, I
bring
wanna
here.
sleep.
Okay, anything else?
No?
Okay, next is me. Chief, I know you probably didn't get this call yet, or, late this afternoon, someone called me about a white Mercury that's off of 167. It's on the northbound lane, east side of the road. It has a tarp on it. I got a picture of the license plate. It's a white Mercury with a blue tarp and the license plate. Rainey emailed
Looks
you
like a
together.
round beak.
It might
Did
be
he
found,
report?
Victoria. I might not be a mark.
It's in the trees.
It's parked in the trees.
I did see that,
And the
yes.
license plate is expired on it, and so Rainey called to see if y'all could go run the plate.
Is
And
it possible it belongs to the people or it's on their Malibu property?
yeah, it's not on Maladu property, it's on the property right adjacent. Rainey has all the information in email,
Okay.
just
Got it.
Heather wasn't in when she called, so if you could see about it and help us get it towed or get in touch with the property owners, I'm sure that they don't. It's
up
been
to the
there for
property
weeks,
owner.
somebody called me today, but what we found out is it's been there for multiple.
Well, it's actually, it's the property owner's gonna have to call rec for it, but we'll notify them.
Okay. All right, and that's, I just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. We celebrated a great Christmas season. I'm very sad to see the lights come down this week. It's been fun seeing them up. Yeah, I look forward to us growing that, every year. That being said, we're rolling into 2026 full steam ahead, and I look forward to working with each of you as we move forward in this year, our last year in this term. Although I don't think I'm going anywhere else, and I hope nobody else here goes anywhere else. Okay, that being said, Police Chief Mike Carter, you have the floor.
I don't have anything, but if anyone has questions, I'm here.
Well, we don't do questions and answers, just the council.
Well,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
y'all have any questions, I'll.
Y'all have any questions for Chief?
I know I spoke with him, during the, New Year weekend, and again, I say thank you. And
Yes, ma'am, it was pretty quiet. We
Yes.
rode around,
thank y'all
double
so much.
shift that night, but
Yeah.
it was pretty quiet.
And Chief, I hope you had a wonderful birthday, and I
Yes,
hope
happy
the wishes keep coming to you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one more question.
Yes,
When y'all, run into illegal people from over here,
Huh?
what do y'all do with them?
We haven't really run into any illegals.
Reason I'm asking you, we've had quite a few in Maurice.
I'm contact by.
Access we do,
Okay.
and they told me to get in touch with you and see if you had a contact with them.
I have a contact lines.
10 minutes after we make a stop, they're there.
They called and asked me if I wanted to deputize a couple of guys under them. I said I'd look at the application. It's when they had trouble though with ICE at that time. But, no, I have contact.
All right.
Any other questions, comments? Moving on, Fire Chief, Chief Longman.
Nothing further this evening, thank you.
Okay, anything for Fire Chief? Nothing? All right, topics for discussion.
Congratulations again, bud.
Topics for council members. Councilman Campbell?
Yes, ma'am, I have three things. Number one, they're very short. I just want to tell Mr. Benoit Morvant that it was nothing personal. It was just a very important question on the application that needed to be answered.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, I just want the public to know that I'm raising funds to do a memorial for the march, the Stump Speech March that we do every year. The stump is about gone now, so we want to put something there to let the public know that this is where we meet and start our Martin Luther King Day activities. I'm having a little difficulty raising the fund because it's very expensive, and I just don't want to put a trashy monument there. And that's it. I thought I had three things, but my eyes are going back.
All right,
Two is enough. That's all I have.
Councilwoman Bruce.
The MLK celebration.
Yes, oh.
The ML celebration is up here, it'll be downtown starting, the stop service is at 9 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. And, then 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. we'll have the Million Man March tribute. And then 11 to 2 o'clock p.m. We'll be downtown. And I won't jinx anything, but I hope it's cold.
It's not as cold as last time.
And then also we have the Vermilion Reach Group. We have some members in the audience and they're putting on again the Martin Luther King banquet. And that banquet is January the 31st. And everybody's on social media. Go and get your tickets. They're on sale. Go and get your tickets.
And we're
at the Madeline Place.
The city is sponsoring.
Yes,
We're gonna do
yes,
sponsorship.
yes.
Notified y'all yet, but they were supposed to notify y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
Good. Chris, can you make sure now that the Epiphany has passed, that when Stuart and them take down the Christmas banners, they put up the Martin Luther King banners? Yeah, okay, thank you. All right, anything else, Councilwoman?
That's it.
Okay, I didn't know she had slides, I didn't have my notes.
Yeah.
Thank God you covered it. All right, Councilman Broussard.
Yes, I want to thank everyone for being their part in what was a wonderful holiday season. Particularly want to thank the Rotary Club of Abbeville, the Junior Auxiliary, and the Kiwanis Club of Abbeville. All of the city organizations put a lot of smiles on all the children in Abbeville, and that's what the holidays should be about. I also want to wish everybody a happy new year and help me fight blight in 2026.
Blight, yeah.
Have a good evening.
I want to say this in keeping with that. I alluded to this, but one more time, I just want to thank our Maiden Christmas Brighter sponsors who sponsored the additional lights downtown. Sellers, hopefully I'll get them all. Sellers and Associates, Mr. Gene Sellers Sr., Sellers Group, Dupuis, Broussard Brothers, and Glenn Leger Construction who organized it all. So we were able to put up additional lights at no, who did I miss?
Did you say Darnell Sykes?
Oh, Darnell Sykes and Frederick. Thank you for checking that. We were able to put up additional lights for Christmas cheer for the families at no additional cost to the taxpayers, thanks to those businesses who sponsored that and oversaw the putting out of the lights and the maintenance of them. So we appreciate that. So thank you. Councilman Blazo.
Yes, we all love our city, and that's why we're here tonight. But I got some disappointing news for all of us. This has been confirmed by the chief and also confirmed by Abbeville General Hospital that we had five fentanyl deaths in the city of Abbeville last year. And that's disappointing. So I don't know, there's a lot of drugs here, and we know that, but that fentanyl is just so deadly, folks. We need to protect our children the best we can, and I want to ask that everyone get behind Chief Mike Hardy. I think he's got the worst job anywhere. And he and also the sheriff, mentioning with him, and as they work together to try to get a handle on this. Okay? So that's all I have tonight, just praying that our city can keep our kids safe.
And our first responders who have potential to come in contact with that every time they respond to a call.
And remember them as they do their job. Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Okay. Councilman Hardy?
I'd just like to say happy New Year to everybody. Hope you have a great 2026.
Sound like a true citizen. I love you.